Make sure I'm on the document. Yes. Perfect. Okay. So what I'm talking about today are the Wubbers mandrel flyers. Okay. And there was a post recently on Facebook. Someone was having some trouble making some oval loops to make a chain. And so I thought it might be a good idea to just show you how to use these and, you know, basically give you kind of a quickie tutorial on how to do this. Okay, so I'm going to jump in. These are mandrel pliers. What that means is they're specific shapes. Let me give you, I think this camera's just a hair too close. Okay, so when you look at the end of these, you can see that these are round mandrels and they're two different sizes. Okay, we have lots of different ones. Clay Revolution just started carrying these, so we carry lots of different shapes for these. These are ovals, half rounds, triangles, squares. Okay, and then they also come in large sizes and small sizes. So it's really a great little tool to use when you're making chains and things like that. Now I'm going to show you some of that. Okay. So I'm going to use the specific one that there was a question about on Facebook today so that I can show you exactly how I do this. Okay. So I'm going to use the oval mandrel, and the way that I hold my mandrels is to hold the mandrel that I want to use away from my body. So you can't see my body right now, but my body's that way. Okay. And my mandrel is horizontal to me and away from me. So next, and you see how I hold my pliers? I use these two fingers to move my pliers back and forth, and my thumb just kind of catches them and holds the other side still. Okay? This is how I hold my pliers, just like this. Now, I'm using just a craft wire right now because I'm going to show you the action. So this wire I know doesn't work hardened or anything like that. So I'm going to show you the action with this wire, and then I'll step back out and show you some wire that might be work hardened. Okay? Okay. And let me see if I can get rid of some of this extra wire here just so it's not in the way when you're looking at it. Okay. So the first rule of thumb is always bend the wire towards the curl that it's naturally in. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this wire around the big mandrel by bending it this way. Okay, so that it's following the curve of the wire. See what I mean? Okay, so you're going to put your wire halfway in your mandrel right there and hold tight. Now, with these, you're creating a shape that is, you know what? It might be better if I showed you a straight circle and then I came back and showed you this oval. It might make more sense. Let me do that. Okay, here's a straight circle. So I'm going to put my wire halfway in the mandrel, and I'm going to turn my pliers away from me using my thumb to press that wire there, and then I open, come back, and pull more, open, come back, and pull more. And this time, when I get to where the wire is meeting, I didn't do it with my glasses on, so of course I can't see anything. There we go. When I get to where the wire is meeting, see that? I want the end of my wire to come this direction, not this direction. If it goes towards the plier, your coil is going to build towards the plier end, and you won't be able to continue to build it. So if I put the end of the wire off this end, what you'll see is I can just keep doing the same action Oh, sorry. Would help if I had my glasses. There we go. So I'm going to keep doing that action, and my coil will continue to bend off of the end of the wire. Okay, I pull that out. Now I've got a nice, beautiful coil. Okay, now, so again to reiterate that, I put my wire here, I squeeze down, I'm holding my thumb against the wire, and I'm turning the mandrel, opening, turning the mandrel, opening, turning the mandrel, opening. Okay, now here's the difference when you're using a shaped um, mandrel versus just a straight round. If I turn this, my shape is not the same all the way around, so it would stretch the space that I had. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. When I do that, that oval wants to stretch that wire out, right? So I can't just turn these, okay? So the way to use anything that's got a shape like this that you can't just turn is to push it again, pull it out, put it in, push it, sorry, pull it out. See how I'm doing that? And that is going to give you those nice even loops. Sorry, my pen there just needs to be fixed a little bit. Keeps catching. There we go. Okay. I didn't do a good job on that one. So I come back in, push my wire down, come back out. Okay. See what I mean there? Now, when I cut that, those loops, they start to twist, but they are all the same size. See how they've twisted just a little bit as I go? But if I pull this coil back tight, you'll be able to see that they're all exactly the same size. If I can hold that for you so you can see it. Okay? And then you would just cut or saw along your coil just like you normally would. I'm going to cut. And I have all my perfect little jump rings. Okay? Okay. So that was showing you the action and how simple that is by, going in, keeping your thumb against the mandrel, coming out. Okay? Just like that. Now, I'm going to do this with some wire that I think is not annealed. Okay, so this is a sterling wire, and I played with it earlier today to show you what you can. It's the same thing. You just need to make sure your wire is soft. So this wire was annealed pretty well. Okay, and I started. You can see I started the end there. I'm going to go ahead and do some more. Okay, got my coil building there. Okay, then this is a wire that I'm pretty sure it feels pretty springy to me. Okay, so we're going to try that one so you can see. You can still do this even if the wire is a bit work hardened, but the more precise you need to be, the harder it will be to do this if your wire is work hardened. Okay, so for instance, like on a small square, it would be pretty hard to get that to wrap around nicely. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that though, because I want to show you how you can. Yeah, and see, it really is just a matter of getting that action to go in and out and keeping your thumb in place, not making it too tight, not making it too loose. Okay, basically the same action over and over and over. Okay, and you can see it did, I have a little more spiraling happening of my coil. That's because the metal is stiffer. Okay, but if I bring that coil back, you can see they're still perfectly sized. So it is possible to do that. You just do need to be, specific in your action and do them all at the same time so you're getting the exact same action repeated over and over and over. Okay. Okay. And while I'm on this camera thing, I'll show you a little bit about what you could do, some ideas for chains. Got this funky little piece in there. There we go. So this chain was made using the rounds and the triangles. Okay. So I used the round inside here, right? And to make this jumper in here, this, I guess you can't see it. There you go. This round in here and to make this jumper in right here with that one. And then I used the triangle mandrel to do the triangular part of that and get those nice 33-degree radiuses on that chain, and then looped everything together there. Now this was done with bronze wire, which if anybody out there has ever used bronze wire before, it is hard. It is some really hard stuff. So, being able to do that even with this and still getting a nice repeatable chain is definitely possible. It takes a little bit of practice as you go through it. Okay? Okay.